looking at sales volume and you're like, yeah, no, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going into 2026. I have a feeling that we're burning the hobby out. That's why I think the sales volume is just too much. Like, I think we're selling at such a rapid pace now. And I think the record sales means that we're sucking the money out of the hobby, which means there's not going to be any money left to buy cards. I just got done watching Mojo Sports' video from last week that says he's not opening up a card shop. He's been on the road for 20 days, and I don't know about you guys, but I have a bad feeling about this. Like, are you starting to feel like there's something going on with the sports card hobby and the market? Like, in general, do you kind of feel like things are about to turn for the worse? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't see, like, there are record sales happening, and unfortunately, that's usually when things crash. Like, when you finally have like too many record sales in a row, that's when like the floor drops out from the sports card market. And so I have a bad feeling that we're about to hit like the end of the bubble. Like, we were in a new bubble. I told you that, guys, way back in August. The entire month of August, stuff was selling like you couldn't believe. And now with record sales, again, that dual logo man sold for $12.9 million. Again, I think Mr. Wonderful overpaid for that card. If you haven't seen the last couple of videos this week, you should go back and watch them. But I have a bad feeling. We're going into the holiday season, so I don't think anything's going to happen in the next like 5 weeks. But after that, I think that there's going to be a real problem. And I think the cards that you own are going to start to depreciate. I think they're going to come down. I think all the values are going to come down. I think that probably Fanatics is in trouble because they're going to overspend on marketing. They're going to overspend on advertising. And I think that everything is starting to come down. So how are they going to pump up like their business in a down market? I'm just saying, I would not be surprised if Fanatics is selling Topps or Bowman at some point. Like, I think they're going to get out of the sports card business. Just my prediction here, I think they're going to get out of the business because the hobby's too expensive. And this is Mojo saying it. Like, he said it. The hobby's too expensive. He tried to explain like who the sports card market, like if he's looking for locations, where should he put his location? And I think this is the issue. I think the sports card hobby, I think that Fanatics, Topps, Bowman, Panini, Upper Deck, I don't think they know their avatar anymore, which for anybody that's an entrepreneur understands what that means. Like, the avatar is, who is your customer? Who's your ideal customer? Who are you marketing towards? And I don't think they know who they're marketing towards anymore. They're going after gambling. Well, gamblers are only going to keep gambling if they have the chance of winning. But once they start realizing that there's no chance of winning, they're going to stop buying these cards. And if you're a gambler, I'm telling you, there's no chance for you to win. I don't know. You need to put this on loop. There's no chance for you to win. There's no chance for you to win. There's no chance for you to win. I don't know how many times you need to hear that, but there's no chance for you to win. Stop buying in breaks. Stop buying wax. There's no chance for you to win. I don't know why else you would believe anything else. Like, you're delusional. Stop being delusional. You've subscribed to this channel because you want to be normal. You want to just collect cards. You just don't want to spend all your money. You don't want to spend your rent. You don't want to go homeless. I mean, you don't want to ruin your marriage. You don't want to lose your kids. Like, seriously, folks, this is just a hobby. This is just a hobby. It is a collectible. The cards do have value, but you're not retiring on these things. I just have a bad feeling. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you have a bad feeling too? put your comments down below. I am trying to trade some cards, and I'm starting to see, I was going to show you some stuff, but I'm starting to see that we're at, like, there's like a bifurcation. There's like high-end stuff, which people do not know what they're doing with those cards. I don't know. If you have high-end cards, what are you doing with them? Are you just holding on to them for any reason? Like, I mean, I'm just asking you, why do you have the cards? Why are you holding on to them? And what do you think you're going to do with them in the future? I think this is becoming an issue in the hobby. So I just wanted to show you. So this is a Julius Erving. It's I can't see because of the light. This is an 81 Julius Erving. Okay, there we go. And this is a second year Kobe, and I've talked about that. I got that at this point. I just watched one of my older videos. I got that like, I don't know, 3 years ago. It's appreciated slightly. We got a Thurman Munson. Let's see, we've got more of those. Star sets. That's an Alan Trammell. So that's the gold. I have a regular one for Mark Grace. For all you Cubs fans out there, that's the regular one. Again, it's the entire set. So I see, a lot of times I see they'll sell one card on eBay for 10. I sell the whole set because, I think it's ridiculous. Here you go. You got Roger Clemens. Here's a rookie artifacts for Shesterkin. Again, some of these cards are not worth all that much money. Here's a Mike Trout. Again, low end Mike Trout. I've got a Darryl Strawberry. This is a rookie. I think it's a rookie. Yeah, I think this is the rookie. His tops traded is before this, but this is his rookie card. So, again, these are kinds of the things that I've got, but I have a bad feeling about this. I don't know. I'm going to get into this maybe on Sunday. Like, why are you holding on to cards? Like, what's the future of your PC? Like, is your plan to give it away to your kids? Are you planning on selling at some point? Like, are you just holding on to them till you die? Like, I don't understand. I guess this is the issue is like when you're in your 30s, you don't think about it. Like, well, I'm going to hold it for, how long are you going to hold it? Like, what's the plan? What's the strategy? Oh, I'm going to hold it till I'm in my 60s. Okay, is there any reason? Like, what's the reason you're holding it? I have a PC and I'm consolidating and I'm trying to get them down. And the reason I'm holding on to those cards is because they help me in terms of relaxing and just enjoy. Like, I can open up my case and just sort of go through the cards. And there's an element of, reorganizing. Like, for me, I like to organize, I like to sort, I like to go through cards. So if I have less cards, I can kind of do that easier. Like, if I want to organize it by year, I can do that. If I want to organize it by decade, I can do that. Right now, it's organized by decade. So I have my 70s, my 80s, my 90s, and going back. There's not really many, decades. The cards started in the 50s. Again, they had pre-war, but there wasn't a lot of stuff pre-war. I have a lot of T206s. Or, let's see if I can get those out. I have a whole, there's a whole box of T206s. I have E90, what are these? Hold on. These are E95s. So so E95s, what they look like. So that's an E95. I got all of these in the 80s. Let's see if I don't think I have any big name guys. So those are E95s. I have stuff organized. Again, trying to keep things Like, I got to know what I have. Like, you have to know your inventory. If you don't know your inventory, I'm not sure you're a collector, right? Like, if you don't know your inventory, are you really a collector? Or like are you you're not even a museum. Like, for some of you who have like a lot of cards, you're like, yeah, like I had a guy comment, he's like, well, I'm not a hoarder. I have 500,000 cards. And he's like, I know every card I have. And I'm like, no, you don't. Like, seriously, no, you don't. I don't know why you're lying. Like, you don't know. It's 500,000 cards. You can't. It's impossible. Unless you're on the spectrum. Like, and again, if you want to admit that, I don't need you to admit it. But if you're on the autistic spectrum, I need all of you autistic people to stop thinking that you're like everyone else. You're not. That's where the word neurodivergent comes in. So you're not like everyone else. So stop saying, stop talking like, well, everybody could do this. No, you're autistic. Like, stop. Like, I understand that you don't understand social stuff, and I know you don't understand like perspective. I get that. That's actually why you're different, is you just don't understand. But I'm telling you right now, if you're autistic, that means you're not like everyone else. So stop talking like that's normal. It's normal for you, and it's normal for all the autistic people. And maybe that's the thing, is America's becoming more autistic every single day. Like, 1 in 30 kids is autistic now. So maybe that's the thing. Like, maybe in 20 years, everyone's autistic, and then I'm the outlier. Like, I don't know. Like, that's a possibility. What do you guys think? Like, because I'm starting to have this disassociation with people who make comments, because there's a lot of people who just make comments and they just don't seem to have any perspective or any idea. Like, you have your opinion. Wonderful. No one is trying to tell you that your opinion is wrong. No one is trying to tell you your opinion is wrong. When I give you my opinion, I'm telling you based on facts, and so it's leading me to a conclusion. Could I be wrong? Of course I could be wrong. But you're not providing any of your facts that lead to your opinion. You're just having an opinion based on what? Ether? Like, I don't know, I just think this way. This is the thing. There's no critical thinking skills. So why do you think this way? Why do you have the opinions you have? If you just base them on emotions, then you're not that bright. That's just the way it is. Like, intelligent people actually look at information, analyze it, and then come to a conclusion. And you're allowed to come to any conclusion you want. I have a bad feeling about what's going to happen in the sports card hobby. But if you don't have a bad feeling, what makes you say, I don't have a bad feeling? Are you looking at sales volume and you're like, yeah, no, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going into 2026. I have a feeling that we're burning the hobby out. That's why I think the sales volume is just too much. Like, I think we're selling at such a rapid pace now. And I think the record sales means that we're sucking the money out of the hobby, which means there's not going to be any money left to buy cards. Those are my data points. There's a lot of sales happening right now. Absolutely. There's a lot of sales happening right now. And they're going for top dollar, which means there's not going to be enough cash to buy other stuff. So, and if there's trades, well, then this is no longer a business. Goes back to a hobby. If everybody's doing trades, this is no longer a business. It's going back to a hobby. And, again, that's where Veriswap might be, kind of positioned for the next phase of this hobby, is if everybody's got cards and nobody's got cash, what are you going to do? You have to trade. Like, that's kind of where I think the hobby's going, is there's too many cards, there's not enough cash, and so now what? And if you're not on Veriswap, please get on it right now. I'll put up so if you want to find my account on Veriswap, this is the card you got to look for, the David Cohn 1991. Yes, the David Cohn 1991. I'm trying to trade down this card, the Joe DiMaggio 1951 Burke Ross, and I know that the comps, I've done couple videos now on comps. So I have comped this at around $2,000. And the reason that I've comped it that way is because all of the things that I can find, the Burke Ross 1951s, the only ones I can find are the cut ones. So basically it's because this is a panel, and so there's a Joe DiMaggio that's graded, and the grade that's at, that's going for about $1,000. It's a little bit less than $1,000, but that's only one, and it's cut. This is the full panel, and it's obviously you can see what it's graded at. So my point being is that if that's the case, and I also know that the pop is only like 2, again, low pop. This is 1951. It's not, it's not a 1940 card. I totally, if it was a 40 card, it would be worth double that. It'd be worth at least $4,000. But that's my point, is that it's in the 2,000 range. And I'm trying to trade down on this card. I'm trying to get a couple, maybe 3 $800 cards. Again, if you trade down, you should be able to get a little bit more value back because people need to trade up for a card. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Does anybody actually want Joe DiMaggio? And this is the piece, is if I have to ask that question, does anybody want Joe DiMaggio? He's an icon in the hobby. Why would no one want Joe DiMaggio? You guys need to ask that question. So when Teapot said, well, the cards are worthless, well, does he really mean there's no demand? I think we have a vocabulary problem with the sports card influencer. I don't think they understand what they're saying. The cards are not worthless, but maybe there's no demand. And because there's no demand, it becomes harder and harder to sell. And again, Jeff Wilson is running a card shop. His business is selling cards. So he wants to be nowhere near low demand cards. He should actually get the top 25 recession-proof player guide, because that should be the only thing he has in his shop, because that's the only thing people want to buy. And his job is to sell stuff that people want to buy. He's not in the business to hold on to inventory. So as we start moving, things are consolidating, and that's also why I have a bad feeling. The hobby's starting to consolidate. We're really starting to see less stuff go. The record sales are only for a couple high-end names, and I think that's a problem. We're losing diversification. We're losing the broad base of the hobby. Again, if you buy wax, you're wasting $30 at least. If you're buying high-end wax, you're losing $500 or $1,000 on a box. I mean, again, there's no chance for you to win. There's no chance for you to win. I just have a real bad feeling. If you have a question about the hobby, let me know, and I will see you on Sunday.